Chapter 7 The Model Trader.
After his marriage to Khadija, M continued his work as a trader in the markets of Mecca. He walked among the merchants, bought and sold goods, and conducted business as he always had, with honesty and fairness. But what made M different was not just his work, it was his character. In every situation, whether buying or selling, making a promise or staying patient, M showed who he truly was. Everyone who dealt with M saw something rare in him. Once M had passed a grain seller who had a large heap of grain for sale. The top of the heap looked dry and good. But M had a habit of looking closely at things. He stopped. He put his hand deep into the heap of grain. His fingers touched something wet. M pulled his hand out. The grain stuck to his fingers, wet from the moisture hidden inside the heap. "What is this?" M asked the merchant. The merchant looked down. "The grain got wet from the rain," he said. M looked at the heap. The top was dry, only the inside was wet. The merchant had hidden the wet grain under the dry grain so that customers would not see it. "Why did you not put the wet grain on top?" M asked, "so that people could see it?" The merchant had no answer. Then M said, "A fair man does not hide the truth from his customers. Would you want to be treated this way yourself?" One day, while traveling through the desert, M found a camel wandering alone. It had no rider and no markings to show who its owner was. Most men would have taken the camel and sold it. A lost animal in the desert belonged to whoever found it. That was what many people believed. But M did not take it. He cared for the camel. He gave it water, he fed it, and he asked everyone he met if they knew who the camel belonged to. For many days he searched for the owner. At last he found a man who had lost his camel. The man wept with joy when he saw his animal again. "I want to reward you," the man said to M. "Take half of my goods as thanks." M refused. "I did not return your camel for a reward," M said. "I returned it because it was not mine to keep." M was known for being very careful in his dealings. Before he weighed goods for a customer, he would check his own scales. He made sure they were balanced. He made sure they were accurate. Once, a customer watched him do this and said, "Why do you check your own scales? No one is watching you." M replied, "God is watching, and that is enough." He would never take more than what was fair. He would never give less than what was promised. If his scale showed the slightest imbalance, he would fix it before weighing anything. "The weight must be exact," he would say. "No more, no less." One day, M agreed to buy goods from a merchant at a certain price. They shook hands on the deal. The matter was settled. But before the goods changed hands, another customer came and offered the merchant a higher price. The merchant went to M and said, "I have changed my mind. I will sell it to someone else unless you pay more." M looked at the merchant calmly. "We made a promise," M said. "A promise is not a contract," the merchant replied. "I can sell to whomever I wish." M did not argue. He did not raise his voice. He simply turned and walked away. "A promise is a promise," he said, over his shoulder, "and my word is my bond." The merchant kept the goods, but he lost something that day. He lost the trust of an honest man. And in Mecca, everyone soon heard what had happened. Other merchants began to avoid doing business with the man who broke his promise. A young man once bought something from M. There was still some money due, and the young man promised to bring it to M at a certain place. "I will meet you there," the young man said. M agreed. They set a place. Then the young man left, but he forgot. Days passed. The young man went about his business and did not think about the money he owed. He did not think about the promise he had made. Then, 3 days later, he suddenly remembered. "Oh no," he said to himself. "I promised to meet M. What have I done?" He rushed to the place where he had promised to meet him. He was sure that M would be long gone. After all, who waits 3 days for someone who forgot? But when he arrived, he could not believe his eyes. M was still there. He had been sitting in that same spot, waiting for the young man to return, not for 1 hour, not for 1 day, for 3 full days. The young man ran to him, ashamed and apologetic. "I forgot," he said. "I am so sorry. I did not mean to break my promise." M did not shout. He did not curse. He did not demand extra payment for the trouble. He simply looked at the young man and said, "Young man, you have caused me difficulty. I have been sitting here waiting for you for 3 days." That was all. He took what was owed to him. He did not complain further. He did not hold a grudge. He simply forgave the young man and went on his way. These were the kinds of things people saw from M every day. He did not cheat. He did not steal. He did not break his word. He returned what was lost. He gave full measure. He spoke against dishonesty when he saw it. And even when someone else broke their promise to him, M kept his promise to them. This was why the people of Makkah called him the trustworthy.